We are here back live. James and I we're reviewing the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Who else is in here? There's a few main stars. There's Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm gonna butcher these fucking names though.
I'm no better, man. I am no better, so don't even feel bad with that.
Dylan Baker. I've seen him in a lot of shit. I'm trying to find a guy who fucking played a serial killer. Is that? Oh, wait, is that Carl? What was the guy's name?
I don't know.
Carl was the fucking serial killer, wasn't he?
I believe so. But my wife said he's from one of them CSI shows.
Yes, he is. You're correct. He sure is.
And he has dark. Obviously, nowadays he has the darker hair.
Yep.
Because I'm looking.
Yep. So fucking there's some people in here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that old dude plays the same character. The fucking old cop. He got the cowboy hat on. That dude is in so many shows in the same outfit. I think he just takes it out of his closet and puts the same shit on.
I mean, it's one of those things to where how I guess you could say typecast to an extent. I don't know if you'd really call it typecasting, but where you just do a role so well and it's so believable that it's just what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just because you see it with a lot of actors and actresses. And it might not be the same exact role, but it's similar.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain ones that they're always like the cop or the judge or like.
And it could be the thing, someone watched you in that and they thought you played that role so good that everybody got you like word of mouth and shit. And they're like, yo, you need someone to play this type of cop? Yeah. Let's call him automatic. So you become that guy, or woman.
Which, I mean, I guess you can call it typecast kind of sort of, which is good and bad because I guess the good from it is you may always have work, but the bad from it is like you may never get an, I'm not going to say never, but it may be a little tougher for you to get an opportunity to do something different.
Yeah, it's the same. It's almost like the same curse as like if you've been like say you did a sitcom, one character for fucking like 12 years and you try to go do movies and everybody's going to know you as that character.
I'll give a great example with that. Fucking Zach Braff, JD.
Yeah.
Scrubs. I know I know he's done other things besides Scrubs, but when I see him, I think JD. Same thing with Donald Faison, Turk. And I've seen him in shit way before Scrubs. I used to watch the show Clueless.
Yep, the movie Clueless.
Yeah. And he was in that. And I was a fan of him since then. Like I was just.
Yeah.
But to me, he's Turk. And that's just how it is. Fucking.
Oh, real quick. This picture I found. You know that scene?
Yeah.
Know why I picked it?
Because you have your nipple rings?
So I can do this.
I hope you do that throughout the episode. You're white. Did you ever get your nipples pierced?
No.
Did you ever put hooks in your back and hang from a ceiling?
No, but I did watch there's a TV show called Taboo. In one of the episodes, there was people who got a thrill that they were like in helicopters. They're just hanging and swinging from the fucking skin of their backs.
Why?
They try to explain it. It's like part adrenaline and they enjoy pain. Yeah. A certain kind of pain. It's like that. Like I don't know.
It's I mean, how do I say this? I get like how people say they do, people obviously do certain things because they enjoy it. That part I understand. But I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing with hooks in your back? Like that's
this is the extreme. So they're like for what sexual. This is 100% sexual.
Yeah.
This thing. So like the scene where he is hanging from the hooks above the dead body, he was masturbating.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So now it's like this, it's just to the extreme. So there's like some people out there like pain during
sex.
Yeah, sex. Yeah. There's some people like the pinching, biting, scratching. Well, this is just to the next fucking over the line Craziness, man. So this is multiple issues. This is like, he's a serial killer for one. So he gets off of dead bodies. He bleaches them. They have to be albino white. The pain scenario where he's hanging from hooks.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking hot mess.
But I'm not defending his actions. Yes, we're talking about a movie, but I'm just saying, like, when you see his upbringing, his back history, and his like relationship with his father.
Oh yeah,
that is
definitely damaged.
That explains a ton of shit. Like that explains a fucking lot. And
actually, like the dude's mother, he's like, "That's not your mother." It's basically saying she's just a fucking like a tool or something. And he's like showing his mother's crotch. He's like, "Look at this." Yeah. I'm like, "Wow, man."
And you know what's crazy though? Like, just to dive into the serious a little bit, because of this topic, before we get into the silly, is because we're getting into a lot of silliness, people, and there is a giveaway which I will discuss in a few minutes. And I also got to talk about HEMPARITA because I haven't in a while. I need to order some soon. Besides the point, though, like because I know you like the documentary type shit, like CSI documentaries, all types of documentaries. I'm just saying, just because we're on this topic, and I know I enjoy it. My wife fucking loves it. I feel like every fucking female loves that shit. I don't know if his husband should be scared or not, but they watch that shit a lot. Again. But what I was getting at was like when you see when you watch a lot of those shows and you hear about some of these people's upbringings, not all, because I'm not going to say all, but some of the upbringings are like really abusive upbringings. It's like, and I don't mean like, your child acts up, you spank them on their ass or whatever. To me, that's normal. But like beating the kid, like pretty much the way like exactly what this guy was doing to the kid in the movie,
beating him with a belt, burning with an iron,
like. Not beating
breaking ribs.
Like, yeah, like burn him with iron, beating the shit out of him with the belt, like beating him on the ground because he's playing with Barbies.
Unconscious, 6-year-old.
Because he's playing with Barbies, and it's like,
yeah,
he's playing with Barbies. Who cares? It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, it's all of it. It's physical abuse. It was verbal,
physical, mental, emotional,
everything. It was like all the above. It turned this dude into a serial killer. Basically hates women.
He like loves to. I mean, with that, he drowns him.
Yup, he drowns him.
Remember when they showed the flashback of him getting baptized?
Yep.
His father was like holding him under and then helped him up or whatever. Well, they said his father was the only one that helped him up or whatever.
Yeah, because everybody just watched. Everybody was afraid of the father. Everybody just watched him.
Good point. And
so in his head, no one was brave enough or cared for him enough to stand up against his father to help him. The only one that pulled him out of the water was his father. So his father was the tormentor and his savior at the same time.
That's what he put in his head, though.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Fucking tormentor. And it's like, that's bad, man. That's crazy. And again, before we get to the silly, before we get to the jokes, check on your mental health. Check on everybody's mental health. You guys can see the bow over there. I'm dead serious about the mental health shit. Very, very important. But it's just crazy, like how I feel like it's kind of crazy and sick in a way. And this goes towards all of us that watch that type of shit. As far as the real CSI shit, you're watching. Of course, it's like a reenacted story, but they're telling you like all the details, and we're all fascinated by it. And I feel like we're definitely not fascinated with somebody getting murdered. That's not what it is. I think it's more so of, for me, I'll say, and I'm assuming for you and others, but for me, I'll say, and I want you to speak on this right after me, man, is like, I'm interested in that stuff because I want to know what fucking drives people to that point. Like, what drives you to the point of harming somebody like that, of the murder and all this other stuff. And it's not like, and I don't mean like a revenge thing, like, yo, look, this person harmed my child or this person, you know what I mean? I'm talking about where you're just like going out there, grabbing innocent random people and doing shit. Basically what this guy was doing in his film. And sometimes, I mean, not that the answers are right. And by that, I mean, like that's like the reason, this is a good reason why you did this. Like, oh, well, you were abused or whatever the case may be. So this, you weren't, you know what I'm trying to say? Like the answers are valid. You're still wrong, but the answer is valid. Like, but it's just like it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck drives people to do certain things. Like, I love documentaries in general. I watch like gang documentaries, and I'm wondering what drives you to join these gangs. And at first, like way back in the day, it was like it was literally for protection for different races. You know, you're growing up in certain neighborhoods, and then it grew on to what it expanded to like nowadays, and especially more. You know how it is. And like, I'm just like, why? Like nowadays, why are you joining them? Because
Well, it's like be with them or basically you're against them. It depends on the area you live in too.
true. Yeah, I say yes and no because, well, yes, I'll say yeah, I agree with that. But I was gonna say my little no-ish is because there is people who grow up in, let's say, decent to good neighborhoods. I don't even say like great neighborhoods, and they're just like, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Holy shit! What was I saying?
You're talking about the gang. I said it's also part of the
Yeah,
where they live.
I feel like, I mean, I'm not gonna say you could blame music and movies and all that other bullshit because I listen to the same music, I watch those same movies.
Exactly.
Never thought about it, but it definitely is. You're right about it. It's definitely the environment because that environment does persuade you. But there's still people that haven't joined and haven't gotten messed with. I don't know. I guess it's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's combined.
But no, getting back to this though, like I feel as far as watching those type of movies and documentaries and shit, it's more so of like, I'll say the docs more than the movies. Why this person did this? But what about you?
Part of that is the same as you. Yes. Why? What drives them? Especially if it's like serial killer ones.
Yeah,
Like you said, like you want to know the connection. Like you like hearing like usually always it's something to do with abuse or that drives the majority of them or something like that. I also like for example, like we'll go with a show like CSI. I like how the other side of it too, how they think and how do they finally get shit together to catch them. So it's like both sides. It's like what drives this dude. Like it's like if it's a documentary about a serial killer, I want to know what drives them. It's not the cool part is like how they get caught because they're not really showing that part. They're showing like this dude from this year. We found out this, and this. But like TV shows, I like seeing both sides.
agreed. Now, really quick, Facebook user, if you want your name to show up and your picture to show up, click that link up top. It says like your name to show up on Facebook and picture or whatever. It just allows it on your Facebook page. And once you do it once, I don't think you have to do it again.
So we know who you are. If not, it's all good. You can be
it's fine. I'm just saying if you want to know, your name and stuff to pop up. But they said it's much deeper. It's much deeper than the environment. Some people do idolize it and want to follow in those people's footsteps, like in those bad footsteps, which is very true.
Yeah, it's a mixture of a lot of things.
Their own environments, though, which is also true. And the reason why both reasons are true because there's people that didn't grow up in that type of environment that idolize that. And I'm just saying, there's people that grow up in that environment and they idolize it. They know the risks. They idolize it. They join. There's people that didn't grow up in that environment and all they see is the flashiness, the glitz and glamour of the shit, or what is perceived as the glitz and glamour, and that's why they want to join it. And it's just janky hanky. Janky Hank. It's very true, though. It's very true. I guess there's different reasons. Obviously, there's different reasons for everybody, but it just seems so like. And again, I'm just speaking on the gang shit really quick, and I'm gonna end on that. It just seems crazy because you know the outcome of like joining a gang or becoming a drug dealer and all that stuff because you've seen it in movies, you've seen it in documentaries, you've seen it in real life probably, and you still choose to do it. But at the same time, we're all humans. We all do dumb shit. I mean, we've grown up as kids. We've seen the outcome of some dumb shit that we've done, not to that extent, where we know the outcome, I should say.
Yeah.
Like your mother says, hey, be home at this time and don't do this. And what the fuck did we do? Come home an hour later. Why? Because me and Henry were doing something stupid. Me, Henry, and Christian. And you know the outcome. Well, she never hit Henry, unfortunately. She should have. Christian got hit.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get into it. It's not just it is about a serial killer, but they put a little twist on it. I thought it was very interesting. Like it wasn't just a regular cop finding a serial killer like this, and we got to find a missing girl, because we've seen a lot of movies where they catch the serial killer and there's just one survivor. They still need to know where she is, and he only knows and he won't tell them. But they added, because this guy had like a mental break where he went into like a fucking basically a coma.
Oh yeah,
because his mind broke, and so the whole thing is about Jennifer Lopez is some kind of you call her like a psychiatrist, scientist type.
therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a therapist. She's basically a therapist.
But there's technology is they put you inside their mind,
which I think is dope.
That part was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's a good angle to put into this to make it different. Because at first you'll start with a boy who a disease or something, he's in a coma or something, and she's in his head, and they've been working on for years or something like this. A little boy. Then the police got involved because the serial killer had a mental break, and there's a girl missing, and one of the doctors or someone they were talking to, I forgot the person was, some kind of scientist. They're like, I have an idea, because he heard about this program. So they flew with helicopters there, like, hey, we need you to go inside his mind and see if he'll tell you where the girl is, blah, blah, blah.
I'm half naked.
Let's go, man.
How's it going, fellas?
What's up, man?
Not bad, not bad. Sorry for being tardy, being late.
Well, you're Puerto Rican. It's expected.
The only reason I'm not on cam at the moment is because I'm literally just got out the shower. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, time. And then going back to our conversation earlier about it boils down to every choice has a consequence, which is very true. And I'm actually glad you said that. Really quick, I'm going to dive into this and then we'll get back into the review. But this whole cancel culture bullshit, I'm tired of it. That's one. And two, the freedom of speech, right? I know people say, oh, we have a freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. I'm going to tell you right now, yes, you have your freedom of speech, but there's consequences with that freedom of speech. You say the wrong shit in front of the right or wrong person, depending on the situation, and you get punched in the face for it. Hey, I'm not saying that that's the right content. I'm not saying that that's the right outcome, but everybody that's always claiming, oh, freedom of speech, I should be able to say and do what say what I want. Yeah, but there's consequences that come with what you say. You're allowed to say those things, but there's consequences. Just like if you yell bomb somewhere, what happens? You get arrested for that. Now you're allowed to yell it, but there's a consequence for yelling it. Exactly. And I think that's where people mess it up. This freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? If a racist says something racist right in front of your face and you knock their fucking head off, guess what?
Yeah, see, now that don't count as freedom of speech. That's basically you are attacking somebody and you're doing it on purpose. Freedom of speech to me is like if you have a belief or your opinion and someone's trying to say you can't give that out and you're telling people that, but you can't just, I got freedom of speech. You just go around going, the N bombs left and right. Freedom of speech, running down the street.
But
you're like, no, man, come on. What the fuck is wrong?
But really quick, James, just to be devil's advocate, what you just said, as far as like people's beliefs, some people have that in their mind that is the right way. And
I guess, yeah, that good point.
I'm not defending that because I'll never defend any garbage like that. And
yeah, good point.
But
all depends on your environment, where you grew up, and what you saw, man.
That is true.
Yes and no, because again, yes, in a sense of that, yes. But then I feel like at a certain point, your own choices. It's time to oh gosh.
Ha ha! I think that's no race, read, or sexual preference, right? Or something like that.
I'm sure, James, you already know who this is because he said
yeah.
Chris, I'm sure you can guess who said this.
Oh, yeah.
Say it.
Henry.
He's trying to hide.
Comment right here. freedom of speech is like when I tell my wife to fart on her. And if he really does that, I don't know. I'm not in his business.
Real quick, do you put your lips to her butt and see what she had for lunch?
Wow. Don't give him any ideas. Laughing his fucking ass
Hey,
off.
he's the guy I can give these ideas to. You
That's
know?
true. He's not gonna be offended by him.
Yeah.
But no, listen. So, my nephew, shout out to Lyle, he's 3. I guess this was like a few months ago. He used to go around his house asking if people would, well, his, parents and brother, if they'll fart on him. Will you fart on me, please?
That's
And I'm like,
interesting.
yo, where did he get this from? He's like, I don't know, because all joking aside, he really doesn't talk like that around his kids. But like, does he have his ear to your door at night or something? Like, what the hell's going on? And his favorite thing about booty.
Kids are weird, man. I mean, they hear it somehow. They see it somewhere. YouTube. Nowadays, man, it's like everywhere.
I think certain things like that is just genetics. It just
Or they just think it's the funniest thing ever. Farts are the funniest thing to him, and he wants to be farted on because he likes the vibration.
Wow.
And he thinks it's funny. Yeah, you never know.
And here we are locking up R. Kelly.
Damn.
Past that phase, but are you past that phase, Henry? Oh man, R. Kelly. I heard his name in there. I heard him mentioned. So let me talk about the giveaway really quick, peeps.
Jesus, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm dying on cast while half naked.
At some point in this episode, I'm giving away one of these movies, Brides of Satan. I have 2. One's mine. One is going to be a lucky winner's. And I'm just going to randomly tell you. Matter of fact, we have a private chat and restream. I'm thinking, no, matter of fact, type it in the private chat and restream, either Chris or James. Just type in one number between, let's say, 0 and 100. Just one of you guys. And whatever the number is, because it's in the private chat, and whoever guesses that number gets it.
So you going to do it, Chris?
Yeah. Sure.
And if you're still in here and you're listening, guess what?
See, I can't do it. Mine would have added.
Okay.
Everybody would have guessed what I would have put.
And what I'll do too is, matter of fact, I'll do it right now. I'll do a quick screen.
It don't matter. We can fucking take the average of them if we have to. Add them together, divide by 2. Shit.
3 or whatever.
That's a good one. That's a good number.
Yeah, it is. So, yes, again, people, and the shit is right, literally, the Blu-ray is right in front of me.
So how's this working? Someone's going to chat the number? Give the number?
Yeah, put it in the chat. And I mean, if nobody does it, then guess what? We'll try again Thursday.
All right. There you go.
But no, I'll tell you. Actually, I'll tell you off air, Chris, what I was talking about with James about giveaways and shit. No, fuck it. I'll say it out loud. So starting very soon, I want to start doing giveaways like maybe every other episode. And just you're in here, you're in the comments, you're chatting, you'll have a chance to win a movie or something.
You heard it first. Sir Sturdy making sure he's going to be accountable.
And
so now, is this a time frame or is it just for the live show? So if there's we only have one person on, they automatically win?
No, I won't do it like that, but you'll have more of opportunities of winning shit because you're coming for the live shows. That's what I need to the people is like you'll have a lot more opportunities of winning shit because you'll be here at the live show. So at the very least, even if I was to start a giveaway, like say right after the show, I'll post about it. You'll already know about it, so you'll already be prepared for it. But you'll have way more chances of winning when you're at these live shows or just listening to the show in general. But I'm just saying because I could just say, you know what? I'm not doing this for this episode. I'm saying this right now. Disclaimer, I'm not doing this for this episode. But I could say something like, next person that comments or next person that says something funny, boom, you win this DVD. Like, I'll do shit like that randomly. You won't see the movie all the time. Why? Because I have like this big bin of Blu-rays and DVDs and shit. I'm just going to be giving away random movies to people. Just, boom, sending them out. So be ready, be prepared, pay attention.
Yay, loyalty always gets rewarded, people.
Yes, it does. But with that being said, though, guys, let's do early ratings before we get a deep dive. We'll rate it, and then we'll spin the wheel, and then we'll go into the review. Go back into the review. So, from I know it's not gonna be Blood Lake. From Blood Lake to a 10, what would you guys give this movie?
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
The only reason is I like how they added going into the killer's mind science part. Once again, just like The Fall, the camera work in the mind, not outside. That's normal movie shit, cop stuff. But when they get into the fucking mind, like the costumes,
Yes,
the scenery, I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's off camera. I'll bring it up so you can go on it. As soon as you see this.
Wait. Before you say it, it's not the crazy stuff I said, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's about the wardrobes and everything. You know who did this. If you ever seen The Fall,
yes,
and you watch this, you're like, wait a minute, that's the style. That's his style, you know.
And I actually mentioned that really quick because I see we have another viewer, a whole 2.
Hello.
So you guessed the number that Chris put in our private chat. You could win this right here, Brides of Satan. And you have from now until the episode ends. I don't care how many guesses you got because there's only 2 of you in here right now. But from now until the episode ends, the numbers are between 1 and 100. As soon as somebody says the number, I'll let you know. If somebody says it, and Chris and James all know the number as well because it's on our chat thing. Yep. And if I don't mention it or see it, they will. But I'm going back to this. Yeah, I like that though, and I like how like in both of the movies, The Fall, actually these movies would have been good to do, like they would have been dope as a back-to-back film thing, as like say for a Popcorn and Pints thing, for example. Because this, yes, you can see why it's horror, but you can also see why it could be like a thriller, drama, like everything, like a mix of damn near everything, not everything, but you know what I mean, like a mix of to where it could have been on Popcorn and Pints, and these would have been 2 dope movies to do together. Anyway.
Don't get me wrong, it could be better. That's why I gave it a 7. At first I was thinking a 6, but I was like, no, it's better than a 6, I think. Just because of the stuff I mentioned.
Yeah. But
I never seen it. I thought that was kind of original. I never seen that before. Like serial killer, and they had this technology, they jump into the fucking mind type shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm talking about when I first seen this. Yeah. So I've seen other shit now, but this came out in 2000.
Not
and I seen it. I probably seen it like a year after because I never went to the movie theaters. I waited till the shit came out. Say that would have if that's wrong, that would have been my number.
Yeah, that's wrong, Henry. But like, what I was gonna say though is like I like how first of all the wardrobe in both movies was fucking dope as shit. Yeah. I'm gonna give this.
I liked how the hooks, like he was walking and it was dragging the curtains and it turned into like a giant cape.
That was dope. I'm gonna give this movie a 9. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That scene was dope too. I actually laughed at that scene because the way he was just like and and shit. But that was a dope ass fucking scene. What I say? I gave this a 9. I'm gonna give this movie a 9. I really enjoyed it. Like I'm starting to really enjoy like these fucking mind fuck movies and the visuals of it. And fucking, you know what the visuals of this movie made me think of, James, was the cover of what the fuck is the movie? The movie cover. I gotta think. Oh, what the fuck is the movie? It's with the blue and pink. Movie from like 76 that it was a random Twitch user came in here one day and was like, you guys should check this movie out.
Oh, I know you're talking. Fuck.
And I'm gonna try to pull the cover up if I can figure if I still have it on my computer. That's 1, and 2 if I can remember what the hell it's called. You know what I'm talking about though, right, James?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
I forgot the name.
And I want that like on a mug or a shirt or some shit. Cause that, I'm being dead serious. Like it's so dope.
Oh, the horse scene. It's like the little boy was there and the horse is there, and he pushed Jennifer Lopez out of the way, and the fucking things came out and sliced the horse like into fucking 15 pieces, but no blood or anything because it's in his mind. It was like perfectly sealed, where you can see the heart beating. That scene was crazy.
Yeah, here it is. Blue Sunshine.
Blue Sunshine. That's it. It's a fucking drug. about the drug.
Yep. Just with like the way certain shit went with it. And some shit with a horse, not in a weird way. Oh, that's what you were just responding to, James?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, great movie. And I was saying, I'm starting to really enjoy those like mind fucks and shit. I'm
definitely
really
always take claim to this being one of my favorites.
Say that again?
Always take claim to this one being one of my favorites. I like, as soon as it came up, I just constantly just kept saying literally the same thing. Great movie, great freaking movie, because it is. It's an awesome movie.
It is.
I'm probably gonna end up right in between you guys at the moment. I'm gonna sit right at that 8. Just gotta revisit one more time because it is just one of those movies. You just gotta sit down and get into it and let yourself get lost into it. But that was one of those things that I remember not getting it all the first time, seeing it again and being like, whoa, and then watching it years later, having a little bit more understanding. Because when did this thing even come out? Like 2000?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so I probably saw it again 10 years later, and I was like, fuck. Like, yeah, it's just one of those cool fucking little trips, man.
And I don't know if I don't think it was her first movie, but it was one of her Jennifer Lopez's first movies that she was in.
Okay.
It might be one of her first like horror movie.
Yeah, I think it definitely would
be. Too much horror though.
Well, it's it's people dying. It's it's serial killer shit, man. It's basically for what you were that motherfucker. Look at my picture. That motherfucker came up behind you.
Oh,
right here. Look. Right here.
Fucking James.
You tell me that's some
fucking
shit?
Ding dong, knock, 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 knock.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is like a demon type thing.
James, man. That was funny as shit.
That was when emo first came out. You see that, right? He's got
But on to what Henry just said, which, by the way, anybody who's guessing, 1 through 100, just keep guessing numbers and shit, and you get the right number, you get this Blu-ray right here, and I'll be sending it out this weekend.
This don't confuse me with 7. You know what this confuses me with? There's another movie with someone with a whole bunch of fucking piercings and shit. Another like a serial killer type. I think it was called like Strangeland or it was a horror movie. I forgot the fucking.
I have yet to see 7.
You never seen What's in the Box?
No, I think I started that movie and never finished it.
Wow, okay.
I don't remember why. So I know that part, but I got to see that fucking movie. By the way, Chris, I like your background. What'd you do?
Who, me?
I like your background.
It's
Oh, it's your fucking
yeah. It's my setup. It's just a different picture of it with roses that are rainbow colored. I got the girl for Valentine's Day back this Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Englund's in a Strangeland.
Psychological thriller. I agree with that, Henry. And you could say the same about this. Yeah, Henry said Strangeland too, James.
Yeah.
But you could say the same about this too, as far as like a psychological thriller. I guess you can kind of put on a borderline horror, but that's why I feel like this could have fit on either show. And I wish if we did do it on Popcorn and Pints that we did it with The Fall. But
with the singer, Twist the Singer. Okay,
it's Snyder, something like that.
Twisted Sister.
Yeah. It's a rock band.
All right, let me pull this wheel up. Chrome tab, wheel, sure.
I can't hear that song no more. I think it's SpongeBob. I'm a goofy goober. Rock.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Before I spin it, let me shuffle.
It's tough, man, to really label this movie. It really is.
No, it is. Yeah. But it's dark. So it's like I can see where people are saying it's like scary.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was
definitely to me like a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Like a cerebral thriller.
Yep.
Which once you get the word thriller, I guess it's horror genre, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What is going on? What is it?
Unholy?
The Unholy.
Yeah,
I wanted to see this.
I've
Me
been
too.
wanting to see it. Yep.
Me too. And I just put this on a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was going to land on the devil. That's why I was saying, oh shit. And the reason I was saying, oh shit, is because my wife just watched that movie, I think yesterday.
Oh wow.
Her and, matter of fact, now listen to this. For those of you that seen The Little White Dog, Lilith, she loves horror movies. And she's what kind of dog is she?
Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua, something mixed. I forgot what she's mixed with. But yo, I swear, every time that like we're laying down watching a movie or sitting on the couch watching a movie, a horror movie, I swear to you, she'll get up on the couch and sit down and just be staring at the TV though. For the majority of the movie, some movies she'll watch the whole thing, some she'll be up and down, and some she'll fall asleep during. But she'll watch the whole movie. Mostly for horror. Anything else, she's not really paying too much mind to.
That's awesome.
It is. Like she'll literally she'll just sit there just staring at the TV.
Right.
And it's not even like when when dogs bark, that'll get her attention too on TV, but just in general. I'm just like, this is dope.
Yep.
But so yeah.
So I would give this a higher score if it had more of the inside the mind thing. Like if it was multiple sessions, like she's like, I'm going back in.
More than just two, right?
Yeah. I think she only jumped in twice. And in the beginning, when you first seen the experiment, she was inside the mind of that young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that scene was kind of wild, the one kid went fucking nuts and his mouth dropped down mad long like a fucking demon. I was like, the fuck is going on with this kid?
But I liked how she pulled him into her mind though.
Oh, that was a good twist. That was interesting because she could control that.
Exactly. She was stronger there because it's in
it
her.
It reminds you of like the Freddy shit.
Yeah.
Like you're in my dream.
Yeah. You're world now, bitch.
Yeah.
but again, what I liked about that though, with being, I'm going back to the fall again, guys, was like just the scenery alone, like the fucking, not even just the clothes, but like the desert and parts where they were in the desert. I feel like they use the same shit, but it looks so good. And they use a lot of reds in this. In both movies, they use a lot of reds.
Yep.
Why do you keep saying that? And I keep forgetting that freaking movie. This is the second time. Which one was the fall?
It was the one. It was kind of like Princess Bride, where they told the story of the fucking pirate.
Oh yeah, the dude who needed the little girl to get him the drugs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just all the fucking.
Looks like I won't be going back to that one.
Where they filmed it in like fucking 25 different countries.
Yeah, that was the last one that Ibrahim came up with, right?
Yeah, which he's saying he might be popping on for this Saturday because of
awesome.
The movie, the one movie he wanted to talk about it.
Which one is it?
We're doing American Pie and
The Sacrifice.
The Sacrifice. He wants to talk about The Sacrifice.
This right
he goes, if we like The Atonement, we're gonna love Sacrifice. I go,
we didn't really like Atonement.
No, we didn't. It bounced around too much. It drove me nuts.
I gave it a 1.
What did I give it? A 4?
I gave it like I think I gave it like
you gave it a 3.
2 or a 3, yeah.
And the thing about that, really quick, about me giving that movie a 1 is, besides the hate wheel, because we already know how that goes, that's the lowest rating I gave any of Ibrahim's movies. And I won't even count the Tom Green movie, the first one that he threw on there, because I don't even remember what I rated it. But as far as like a movie, all his movies, I feel like I've given at least like a 5 or higher, maybe even a 6 or higher. But that movie, it just didn't catch me. It just didn't catch me. But it was better than Wicker Man, so I couldn't give it a 0. Could have, but nah, it was better than that. But
we've definitely had kind of an upscale in movies the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's been up and down. Yeah. What did we do? So what did we do this past weekend again? What did we do Saturday? We did Atonement, and then the Holy Grail. Monty Python's Holy Grail. So this past Saturday, he's talking about American Pie. The pie got sacrificed. You feel me? Keep guessing them numbers, people. I'm telling you. You got until this live episode is done. And that's how you have a better shot of winning shit on live episodes, because when a live episode is finito, there's your shot, because we'll see it live. You guess it. After that, if you guess it after the live is done, we're not going to know, because we're not going to see it. because it's not live. Just remember that. But yeah, back to this though. Like going back to like the live part of not the live part, but when they were inside the mine, like I like how they picked up certain clues, like with the white dog. Which, by the way, that dude had that dog trained to act like it got hit by a car. Like,
yo, that's crazy.
and the crazy thing is, what I'm trying to figure out is like, so you see now the lady, she went to her. I guess she didn't look at the back of her car, so I guess that's why she didn't see it. It's because she's she's doing everything, being safe, and then she gets into her car, she locks the door, whatever, starts the car up, backs up, and she hits something, and you hear a dog. And you're just like, oh shit. You go out, and you see that her car is like a foot away from the dog, so you know her car didn't hit the dog. And by the, when the guy comes out and grabs her is when you see the cinder block like under her back tire.
Yep, that's what she hit. She thought she hit the dog.
I got to see that scene again because I can't remember when she first walked into her car if they show the full side of her car or just the front. Because if they show the full side of her car, including the ground, and that cinder block's not there, how in the fuck did it get there? Which I'm sure they probably just didn't show the whole.
I don't think they showed the whole car. I think it was like more of the front of the car and the front door of the car.
I think you're right.
He just happened to just kick it and slide it all the way across the parking lot.
Yeah, you never know. He could have been on the ground.
You would have heard that though. Like sure. I could see a dog sneaking up because then you're seeing like the inside of her car. You're not necessarily always going to hear a dog walking across pavement. I'm not saying you will, I'm not saying you won't, but But you'll hear a fucking cinder block, or you'll see somebody put a cinder block under your back tire. Like you knew the guy was hiding behind the wall. As far as us as the viewer, she didn't know that. Mm-hmm. You know how crazy that would have been though? Like if she caught him doing that, like what are you doing? Shit.
Well, I don't think she'll be asking. I think she'll be like fucking panic and run.
Hit the gas pedal.
Hell yeah, just run his ass over, But no, I see what you're saying, like the clues. Like that's how Vince Vaughn. By the way, Vince Vaughn. It was kind of weird seeing him in this because he's a comedy actor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was bad. He played a decent cop, but it was okay. It wasn't like great. Give him a fucking Emmy or something. You know what I'm saying? But he was all right. He was young as shit there too. That was a young Vince Vaughn.
Another movie I always forget he's in is fucking Jurassic Park 2 or 3.
I don't remember.
He's in one of those.
Yeah. You're talking about the newer one.
Isn't he in the old school one? He's in either the second one or the.
Was it the first one? No, it's not. Definitely not. It can't be the first one. It might be part 3.
I got to tell you guys, just because you mentioned Jurassic Park, and I got to tell you guys something dope. My wife may be doing. My stepdaughter. When out in Hawaii. Oh, and my stepdaughter's boyfriend out in Hawaii. They might be doing the Jurassic Park tour thing.
Nice.
And it's like from the actual set of one of the movies. I don't know if it's from the original or what. And they're going to be in the Jeeps.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty dope. I had to throw that out there. And I might as well throw what me and Henry are doing. When I go out to Colorado, we're going to go to the...
Live Play Feet.
No, he's going to that by himself. We're going to go to
the
Live Play Feet. There's a bunch of women's feet like walking and putting and weird shit.
No, it's a mixture. You have to guess. You're the judges. You got to rate them and guess.
I don't want to be a part of that. Again, he could do that by himself, and he'd probably enjoy that more if I wasn't there. We're doing the Stanley Hotel from The Shining.
Oh, that's dope. Nice.
So that'd be dope.
Have a good one.
Throw 2 more numbers out there really quick, Henry. Just the live's still going. Throw 2 more numbers out really quick before you bounce. And if not, we'll be doing this again Thursday. So yes, I think this is how I'm going to do giveaways a little bit though. Is guess the number. One of us is going to put it in the private chat, and the way that I'll show you guys the proof. Like if somebody guesses it, I'll show you guys the proof. Because if nobody guesses it, maybe we can use the same number for Thursday. But if somebody guesses it, I'll copy it and pull it up on the screen. Or I'll have matter of fact, I'll have one of those guys copy it for me, like do a screenshot for me and send it to me or whatever. And I'll pull it up on the screen. But anyway. Fuck. this was one of those movies too, to where like, as good as it was, I don't have much to say about it, which is crazy. Because I mean, I don't know. It's something you definitely got to see though. This is one of those movies I highly recommend it. And I haven't done this in a while because I've been forgetting. But this movie does get the Statutory stamp of approval. This also goes for Hereditary, because I don't remember if I gave it for that, and for I can't ever think of the fucking name of the movie, and I enjoyed it. We just watched it last Tuesday.
Midsommar
For that as well. I know the colors a little off, people, but I don't feel like fixing it right this second. But what I will say is this was one of those movies I'm glad I seen. I've heard of it. This is my first time seeing it. I've heard of it plenty of times. I just never watched it. And then I think there was probably times I wanted to see it and just forgot. Like, you know, you're like out and about, or you hear about something, or you see the cover or something. You're like, yeah, I want to check that out when I get home, or, you know, when I'm done doing this. And then when you're done doing that, or when you get home and you forget and just watch something completely different, usually something you're familiar with because you just know. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I watched that. And that's one thing I do love about both these podcasts is the wheels and watching a bunch. But what I'm getting at is watching all these movies that I've never seen before.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of movies I've never fucking seen before. There's a lot of movies I've never fucking heard of before. And I mean, I'll go with the never seen. There's a lot that I've heard of, just never seen, like this one. And I'm just like, I'm glad I seen this. There's movies I'm glad I seen. There's movies that even movies I hated. The positive thing I'll say about them is at least I got them out the way. I don't have to go back to those, because it's like, that's why I always say with movies, I don't ever regret watching a movie, because like, say if you can regret a movie and block it out of your mind, like say I'll use Blood Lake. If we can all watch Blood Lake, or say if we can all erase Blood Lake 100% from our minds.
I tried. No, it don't work.
If say this fucking pen, instead of getting me high, it was that thing from Men in Black. You just push that button and boom, we all forgot about it.
That and Napoleon Dynamite, I'd be happy with.
See, I didn't mind Napoleon Dynamite.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that movie, because that movie I don't like it, but it was funnier when I watched it high. Which was when we reviewed it on Popcorn and Pines. That was the first time I smoked.
I'm not saying it's great. It's just the stupidity.
No.
There's parts that made me laugh. If it makes me laugh a few times,
I don't remember what I rated it, but I wouldn't watch it again.
I've seen it like 3 times.
I think I've seen it maybe 3 times as well, 2 or 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3. And like the third time that I seen it, I haven't seen them. Like I seen the movie twice when it came out, when it was on DVD, whatever the case may be. I think I watched it with my sister the first time, and like my brother and my sister the second time, or some shit. They found it hilarious. Me, I was just sitting there like, oh man, when's this shit gonna end? But when I had that green goodness, I was laughing at a lot of parts. I'm not gonna front, but we all know why. Similar to Monty Python, actually, which there were some funny parts I would have chuckled at the very least with that movie. But had I watched that movie not high, I would have probably given that movie like a 3. It just, and I'm almost scared with. I'm gonna show you guys our next reviews with American Pie.
Oh, because it's been a while. You think it's not gonna be as funny?
Yes, but I am still very immature. I probably have the same maturity to an extent as I did when I watched that movie when it first came out, as far as like laughing at certain things. But I'm just afraid that I might not find, because that movie there and movies like Freddy Got Fingered, the last time, anything Tom Green was involved in, let's say. But you know what I mean? And then anything that I'll say the American Pie crew was involved in during those times, they were all very similar, like that raunchy comedy, which, yes, raunchy comedy is still funny, but it was like 2000s funny. Because there's, like, you know how it is when there's like, well, I guess this goes across the board with shit, but there's like certain songs or certain things, like, I'll give you an example. Nelly's song Hot in Here.
Yeah.
When you seen the granny, I don't remember what movie it was. When you seen the grandmothers rapping it in whatever movie it was funny the first time you seen it. But then during that same time period, you've seen it in multiple movies of old ladies singing a hip hop song or rapping a hip hop song or dancing to it. Yeah. And it lost its luster. And that's how I feel American Pie is, and a lot of movies that came out around that time. With that same, I'm not saying movies that came out around that time all across the board, just with that same kind of laughter, with that same kind of comedy or storyline or whatever the case may be. It's like, it was funny then, It was maybe hilarious then. It might be just funny now. You might get just a few chuckles now. You know what I mean? It's not for me.
We'll find out.
No, I see that. I mean, it's one of those things too that it's also kind of cool because for us being alive and it being a relevant movie from our time, we'll at least understand the contextual like puns and one-liners and like what certain thing. We'll be like, oh shit, that's right, that was going on. Where back then we would have been like, oh, when they said something, you know what I mean? Nowadays we'll be like, oh shit, that's right, that motherfucker did do that, and that back then or whatever, you know.
A notch on that, Chris, just a little bit, and say I'll turn the knob up a little bit, and I'll say that because what you were just saying about how we were, it was relevant to us because we understood what was going on in those times.
Yeah,
because we were at least what year did that come out?
I must have been 12, 13.
Was it like 98?
2000?
Anybody?
I was going to say 99, 2000 maybe?
I'll look it up.
I just want to see, because I want to see how old we were when this movie came out. But what I was going to say is, I'm sure
99.
99? Okay, I was born in 85. So I was about 14, 15 when this came out. Right?
Yeah, we were, because this is around the same time the first Fast and Furious came out, right? 2001, around the same shit. Yeah.
I was 16.
Yeah, so I was about 14, 15. 14. So, but what I'm getting at with that is, there was some stuff that, we understood a lot of stuff, and especially because at those times where, I'll say, I was 14, 15, I was chilling with like, old people older than me, 18, 19, damn near 20, like hanging out with them because you have older cousins and siblings and shit. So we were introduced to a lot of shit maybe we shouldn't have been introduced to at a younger age. And I'm not even talking about, like, just to be clear, I'm not talking about like drugs and sexual shit, just in general. I'll even say just certain conversations we probably shouldn't have been around or been in.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So I'm sure there were some jokes that may have went over our head back then, to an extent, not a lot of them, because again, we were in that kind of crowd to an extent. But now that we're all grown men, we're gonna understand that shit even more, and we're probably gonna find the parents a lot funnier than we did, because you're gonna be like,
oh, like his father.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because we would be at like that age. I'm not saying we were that age because these, you know what I mean, but because they were going into college, right?
Yep.
18s. Yeah, and that's, I mean, depending on, let's just say their parents had their kids when they were young. The young parents, you're about 35, 40 with a 20-year-old, around that age. And that's all around our ages now, between 35 and 40.
I gotta get going.
Huh?
I said, I gotta get going.
But what I'm getting at is, like, that's why I feel like we might laugh at the parents things a little bit more with that movie. We might. Just because you're like, oh shit, I'm at that age now. And if you have kids or not, there's kids that grow up around you with family and shit. They're just like, you kind of see that and it's like, oh fuck, this mother. You already know, like, this. As soon as this motherfucker goes away to college, fuck. You're like, I'm worried about him doing something stupid. I'm not worried about him getting beat up or legal trouble, but he's gonna do something stupid out there.
Yeah.
And that's basically what this was. But we'll see. We'll see on Saturday. I mean, I feel like we will enjoy it though, to an extent, because of the nostalgia. And it's and I'll say this because, again, I know I say it has a certain humor, but it's the nostalgia of it that might help it some. Titties, of course, that always helps. And then, like, just the certain because the way our sense of humors are, that the shit we do laugh at, we'll still laugh at some of that shit, just maybe not as hard. So I feel like all it's just gonna be a mixture, or we might fucking watch it and be like, why the fuck did we watch this? This is fucking stupid as shit, which would be hilarious. You know, hated it. I know we won't. As a whole, we all won't hate it. All 4 or 5 of us, however many of us are gonna be here Saturday. Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna be 15 again, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get with which chick at what time, with no play, with no game. But I'm gonna try.
And see, you really quick. You know what I like about this movie though? You know what's funny is, like, back in the day, back around these times and a little earlier, of course, you really didn't see like, and you didn't. I'm not saying you did in this movie, but you didn't see like thick chicks.
Oh yeah,
Days was like that, just about as skinny as this fucking pen, no shape or nothing. and people loved that. Like it was, but it was so like even us as kids we liked it. But it was like a pretty girl on TV, cool. Oh wow, she's showing a nipple.
Well, it was because the image, what they're portraying, like magazines at those times, like you gotta be.
That's what I'm getting at too. But it's just funny how much that's changed and evolved, especially just growing up as you're just like, oh wow, wait a minute, look at these thick ones. Woo! But like how that changed over times, like because before back in the day, the American, you know what I mean, like this movie would like, oh man, this movie has the hottest chicks you ever seen on TV, blah 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 blah. But that's like not even close anymore. No disrespect, but it's like not even close. I'm just talking regular movies. I'm not even talking about porn. Oh shit! I can't fucking wait to review those movies. I'm more so looking forward to American Pie.
But it's horrible nowadays. They don't even have hot chicks anymore. No.
Guy.
Oh man!
Final thoughts on The Cell? Like, what are your guys' final thoughts? Final deep dives? Final ratings on The Cell? I'm sticking with my 9. I will say that it's gonna get hard. Search 30 stamp of approval. Again, I'm getting more and more into these like twisted mind fuck movies, and they're really like having me locked in. Like, oh shit, wow. And what it is though, I'm sure I've always liked the mind fuck movies, but what it is they're putting more to they're putting an actual story with it. Like there's movies that you watch that just they're like kind of mind fucks, but there's not really a story wrapped around it. So therefore, it's like, okay, so yeah, this movie, it had you guessing and all that, but what's the point? What was the point of everything that fucking happened? Like, what's the point of this shit? What's going on? Like with this movie, the point of her going into into the guy's mind is to save the girl at the end, and also save the guy in a sense, like give him that release that he needs from his childhood, like the inner child in him that she's trying to save.
Basically, I don't even know what she did. She basically killed him.
Well, she stabbed the demon part of it, and then because she knew how the kid felt comfortable in the water because of her father, and he was at the point where he was like, you know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like she's baptizing him, and he just kind of,
Now, here's the thing, real quick. I thought it was going to end because you know how she was saying, you can be with me? I thought she was going to pull the boy over into her mind.
Well, she did initially, technically.
But I thought it was going to be like a switch, like she really did it, and who she is walking out is the serial killer. The fucking, like they switched minds type shit.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were going to go with that because why would she want to see the house? She went there to meet up with the cop. They're like, oh, she's there. He's like, why is she here? She wants to see the house. And she didn't even go see the house.
But
she came out and talked to her and she left. I thought it was like, wait a minute, does he want to go see his house? Is that not even her?
Maybe she just wanted to see the outside of it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because they could have done that. They could have had it where the fucking thing tricked her in it. They switched bodies somehow. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll stick with my 7. I liked it. I probably maybe I didn't like it more because maybe I didn't understand it more. Yeah. I understand it more now. I like I said, I like when they're into the mines, like how everything looked. The fucking the cubes with all the different type of women in it doing different shit. It was kind of crazy looking. Then outside of it, it was like regular detective shit. We gotta figure this out. Where's the girl? The talking part. But it was still really good movie to me. I liked it. Very interesting. Something a little different than I never seen before. Not just hunting down the serial killers. Like, hey, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It was deeper than that, and that's what I liked about it. Like, it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't just hunting down a serial killer. It was going back to the whole CSI stuff and like the fucking like why we watch those type of shows. It's because you're wondering like how someone's mind works that would do something so terrible, so egregious, so disgusting and sad. And I'm not saying that this gives you a better understanding or gives you sympathy for them, but it's just like, okay, where they were abused, that makes a lot of sense. And not only were they abused, but the way they were abused, and then how they're lashing out in their adulthood. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. But Again, I'm sticking with my 9. I really did enjoy this. When I watch it, I would watch it again, but it's not something I would go right back to and watch. Like if it's playing on TV, I'm sitting down to watch it or something like that. Most of you know how I feel about J-Lo. If you don't know, well, now you know. I just had to do that. But I mean, I married a Puerto Rican,
Yep.
so
What do you think, Chris? Sticking yours?
I'm gonna stay with mine, but I know that once I watch it one more time, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Sir Sturdy's fucking stamp of approval is 100% correct.
Hmm.
it is.
Now, like I said, man, I praise this movie all the time. I tell people about this movie all the fucking time.
As you should. Like this is definitely one of those movies. And again, I hate the term "you're not a horror fan" if you haven't seen this, because I think that's just ridiculous. Just stop saying that, people. I'm always going to talk about shit about that saying. It's dumb because people haven't seen certain movies because they weren't introduced to it.
Right.
Maybe they had no interest in it, whatever the case may be, but nobody's ever sat them down. Because a lot of movies that I haven't seen where people say that, like nobody's ever sat me down when I was a kid and said, "Yo, check this movie out," because I fucking would have. But I see him as a grown ass man now. I'm like, oh man. So yeah, I will say this: you're a fan of film, you're a fan of like great cinematography, great costumes, great scenery, and all that stuff. Plus a great story. I'll say amazing all across the board. That shit that really makes you think. Check this movie. Definitely check this movie out. And seeing as how hold up, I forgot. Listen, people.
I was gonna say, man, we gotta, yeah.
IHemparita.com. Which I'm gonna start doing this earlier in the episode. I just always forget, but earlier in the episode. IHemparita.com. Use promo code SIR30. You save what? 10%. What? 10%. What? 10% on your order. So here's what you do. You go to IHemparita.com, right? You order yourself some delicious shooters, some delicious gummies, and you check out. And by the way, if you spend more than $50, free shipping. Also, use promo code SIR30. And this isn't one of those type of promo codes where it's like, oh, you use promo code SIR30 for sign. No. Use promo code SIR30 anytime. Any fucking time. And you'll save 10%. And I mean, if you don't feel like typing in the ihemparita.com, the link is right above or right below, depending on when you're watching this video or what platform you're watching it on. Click that link or type in ihemparita.com. Just promo code SIR30 when you cash out. Save yourself 10%. I'm telling you guys, it's fucking great. It is Hemparita. I know you missed it. So get that Hemparita. And you're going to enjoy it. I promise you that. A CBD you can feel, and it's legal in all 50 states. One last time, ihemparita.com. Use promo code SIR30 when you check out. Chris is dancing over here laughing.
CBD you can feel.
Yes, CBD you can feel. So yeah, people. Fuck. What are we doing Thursday again?
The Unholy.
The Unholy. We are doing the Unholy.
Unholy.
So be ready for that. Thanks for watching and all that good shit. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you go check out the Worst Damn Gamer Ever, aka Chris P, which should be P Chris for Puerto Rican Chris, but we'll cross that bridge another time.
I usually wear shirts too on my streams.
So yes, all his links are right in the description. So go hit those links right now.
Thank you, y'all.
And live shows every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, or with SIR30. Live shows 9 o'clock Eastern time every single Saturday. Popcorn and Pints. Also go check out Stories from a Bar and Deep Focus Cinema. Check out all these platforms where all these amazing shows are. I have another thing to tell you guys too, which is good news. And something that I've been talking about doing for fucking months. You can ask James, you can ask Chris, you can ask a lot of people about me trying to like the video ones, the live ones we've been doing lately. I'm starting to finally download those. I started it Sunday. Downloaded them to get the audio to put onto Podbean so that it can be spread out on Podbean, all that other stuff, like all across the board again, audio and visual.
Nice.
Go, boy.
So Yeah, I only did 3 episodes so far, but I'm gonna go in and do more throughout the week, like while I'm working from home, working upstairs and shit. Have do my job and just have the episodes downloading and getting them uploaded for you guys. So for you that can't be here to see the visuals on any platform that is on the visuals, you can still hear the audios when you're working out, when you're working, taking a dump. I don't give a shit what you're doing. Fucking listen to the podcast. That's all we care about. Eating, sleeping. Yep.
My chair makes the noise perfectly.
Giving her that greasy bacon. Or whatever you're into. But nah, seriously though, people, I do greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna get those out, and then once all those are out, to where the audio is caught up on both shows, by the way. But when all the audio is caught up, what I'm gonna do after that is the pre-recorded episodes I have out. I'm gonna start throwing those out onto YouTube and onto the audio platforms as well. But I want to get all the other stuff done first, and then go and do those and get those all out. So that'll all be coming out. And yeah, and again, please click all the links in the description. Check out the Z Network. Follow the Z Network on YouTube, and check out the Z Network on Facebook as well. There's some dope content on the Z Network. There's plenty of us. Check out all the podcasts on there. Not everything is horror related. Right now, most of it is, but not everything is horror related. With that being said, thank you guys for coming. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you when you marriage Jennifer Lopez.
Ooh. I could